Hi. I decided to watch K-pop Demon Hunters for the third time, and I think that could be considered a bit much. That could be going too fast, but I loved K-pop Demon Hunters so much the first two times that I wanted to see it again. I wanted to see if it still held up. And after having seen it three times, I think it does hold up. And I didn't have much doubt because of how much I loved it the second time. I really have grown to appreciate K-pop Demon Hunters even more than I first did. Uh, and watching it for the third time, there are still plenty of moments in the animation that really impressed me. Uh, there are a lot of faces that characters make and lots of stylish looking scenes I look forward to seeing. The songs are still amazing. I love listening to them. A lot of them are really catchy, really memorable, but the story is still wonderful. It still grabs me. And I still love Rumi so much as a protagonist. So, after having a trilogy of watches, I really feel confident in thinking that K-pop Demon Hunters is much more than a beautifully animated film with amazing songs, which I think the animation songs are incredible, deserve lots of love and respect and all that, but I also think that K-pop Demon Hunters is a beautifully moving story with one of the best movie protagonists. Not just one of the best animated movie protagonists, one of the best movie protagonists in general. I love the character of Rumi. I was very interested in her. Um, and after first viewing, I knew that I loved the character. On a second viewing, I continued loving the character. And on a third viewing, uh, I still feel such a strong connection to Rumi. I love her journey. I love her character development. I love that she's able to have lots of insecure, vulnerable moments. I think it really helps the moments where she gets to be strong and confident and do a lot of impressive, heroic things. I feel like it makes uh, those kinds of moments feel really earned and like they really mean something. Because having strong characters is great, it can be fun. There are times though where strong character can get a little bit bland or it can feel like not too impressive, but I think having a character with so much power that has so many fears and so much vulnerability really helps an emotional connection happen. Uh, and I think that's a big part of why I love Rumi so much is that she's allowed to have lots of doubts about herself, and she's able to be in a situation where uh, it seems like she doesn't know what to do, but she's able to grow. She's able to work past a lot of the drama in her life, and it feels beautiful and empowering and meaningful, and I love it. Um, and on a third viewing, something that I think I picked up on was it feels like Celine uh, doesn't just have an influence on Rumi. I feel like Mira and Zoe are also inspired by Celine and not the best way to follow her advice about hiding their emotions. And I feel like a lot of why they've been hiding their feelings has a lot to do with Celine's teachings and um, with Celine looking after Rumi. I think that Celine had the biggest impact on Rumi in particular, but I feel like Celine also had a big impact on Mira and Zoe. So it really feels like Celine's presence and her impact is really felt throughout a lot of scenes, even though Celine is not in the film that much. She really does leave a big impact. And I do think that after third viewing, that Celine having a little bit more screen time would have helped. Uh, but I feel like the brief screen time she has is so good, and the impact that she makes impacts the plot so much that it still works incredibly well. But I guess if I have a tiny nitpick, I do wish that Celine had uh, a little bit more to do. But I don't think that I love the film any less. I feel like with picking up on more subtle details and more character moments and uh, continuing to be attached to the story, I think I'm loving the film even more than I first did, which is saying a lot. So I think that K-pop Demon Hunters, I feel like it's not going to be a fad for me. I feel like it's a film that's really going to be something that I appreciate for a very long time. Because it's hard to truly know how I feel about a film after seeing it once, because I feel like it could go on to be something that I like when I think about, but not end up rewatching or thinking about too much. But K-pop Demon Hunters, I've already seen it 3 times, and it's constantly been on my mind after watching it all 3 times. It's left a very lasting impact, a very good impact. So, K-pop Demon Hunters is definitely a film that I still love, um, and I feel like there's still more subtle things to notice, and I feel like I'm going to keep discovering more things about the film to appreciate. And I feel like K-pop Demon Hunters deserves the love and respect that it's been getting for the songs and the visuals, but I think that Rumi and the story deserve even more attention they've been getting, and K-pop Demon Hunters been getting a lot of attention, a lot of love, and despite how hyped up it's been, part of me feels like it deserves even more attention and more love. So I feel like K-pop Demon Hunters isn't overrated at all. I feel like it's a masterpiece. Uh, the big standout film of the year so far, and I really doubt that anything could top it. And I've seen some films in 2025 that I love, but K-pop Demon Hunters, I think, has really cemented itself as pretty definitive. And uh, after 3 viewings, I feel like K-pop Demon Hunters could be my favorite film of the 2020s so far. And that's really impressive. Now, on an emotional impact, I don't know if anything could top the Christopher Reeve documentary for me. I feel like that really gave me such a strong emotional reaction and put a lot of optimism in my life in a very personal way. But talking about as a film, uh, like I think K-pop Demon Hunters is a film that has more rewatchability for me, and like on a story level and stuff like that. And it's a hard comparison because the Christopher Reeve documentary, with it being documentary, I feel like it's not as story focused. But and I do think that the Christopher Reeve documentary is more important because of the emotionally moving story about Christopher Reeve's life and the big impact that his legacy has been continuing to leave on the world. But if talking about as a film that I would want to rewatch and have fun with, because I feel like the Christopher Reeve documentary, because of the very heavy subject matter, I feel like I have to be in a very particular mood to watch it. So I feel like it's likely a film that I respect the most of the decade, but as a personal favorite, I think that I'm actually going with K-pop Demon Hunters. Um, So I think the K-pop Demon Hunters is my favorite film of the 2020s so far, and I wonder if anything could top it.